as I feel I'm on a bit of a roll with doing some videos, I've got some bit of free time as my daughter is currently having a nap. I thought I'd take this opportunity to actually talk about the first chemo treatment I had. So the protocol I'm on is called ABVD. Don't ask me the names of those drugs that are used, but you can Google it and that will tell you. And it basically means that they go in my PICC line, and it takes around 3 to 4 hours. The first treatment I had was on the 11th of September, and I was so nervous that day. I didn't know what to expect, didn't know where I was going or anything like that. But it went really well. The treatment itself went really well, and I met a couple of lovely people, who, one of them, like, he started talking to me within the first half an hour and completely relaxed me. He made me feel so at ease, so massive thank you. And then a lovely lady also sat opposite me, and we got talking as well, and it was just such a lovely atmosphere talking to these people. Obviously they understand, they're going through the same, like, their own chemo treatments, so it was really nice to feel so relaxed, especially when I suffer massively from anxiety and you can't have like a partner or your parents with you during it. So yeah, it's quite nerve-wracking when you don't know what's going to happen and everything. They've also got lovely people that come around and give you teas, which, yay! I drink so much tea, so I was really happy about that. So yeah, the treatment itself, brilliant. Unfortunately, following on from the first treatment, I had really bad reaction. The main issue I had was something called chemo mouth. There is a technical term for it, but again, I'm not entirely sure what that's called. And it basically made my mouth so sore. The worst, my tongue felt it was on fire. I couldn't eat, couldn't drink. When we tried the meds, they gave me a mouthwash, but that was actually burning my tongue. It was so sore. So we ended up having to call the emergency line that they give us, and I ended up actually going into hospital and being on a drip, and that was the Friday, and I was on a drip all weekend. They actually gave me a morphine injection, and I think that's what kick-started me being able to eat and drink again. But it did take all weekend for my tongue to actually settle down enough. And then just as I was getting ready to go home, I then started having weird and wonderful pains. One was in my arm and up around here, which they done a check, an ultrasound of my arm to check that there was no blood clots. That came back clear. And then that night I actually started getting a really intense pain around here, all up around here and around my back. And the best way I can describe it is, you know the video where the people, they're putting elastic bands around the watermelon and it's getting tight and tight till it explodes? That is the kind of thing that happened to me. It was so painful to breathe, it was getting worse and worse and worse, and in the end I was violently sick. So they managed to give me some painkillers to help relieve that, but I had to again go and have an x-ray and also I think it's a VQ scan, just to make sure there was no actual blood clots on my lungs. And again, luckily that came back all clear. We think what they believe at the moment, that it was potentially related to my stomach acids just flaring up. About 4 or 5 years ago I had a stomach ulcer with an hiatus hernia, and they think that actually everything that was happening had just flared that up. So I'm now on meds for that too. The amount of meds I'm on is insane. But yeah, after that all settled down, I was then released. I could go home. Yes, I was so excited because I hadn't really got to see my daughter for very long at all. And then I got a sore throat and ended up back in hospital for another week. Yay! But as you can see, I am back home, and I'll do another video of my second treatment.